Love angle. I'm going to have breast enlargement, tummy liposuction, and butt. How long will I be off work for? So if you're just having tummy liposuction, so not a tummy tuck, is you're putting yourself in there, love angle, with the tummy and butt. Both well, not both ends, but sort of both sides, and certainly with the butt. Depends on how much liposuction you're going to have, and also depends on what you do. Obviously, I should say what the recommended time off from work. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you do, love angle, and it's always variable how people heal. What I would normally say for that sort of thing, I'd say the first week you're going to be out of it. So forget it. The first week, breasts are going to be swollen. You're going to be battered and bruised. Your tummy's going to be bruised. Your buttocks are going to be bruised, swelling all over the place. Second week, you're going to be feeling better. You're going to be starting getting into stuff. The second week, you're going to be pottering around the house. If you can work from home, you might be able to do some work from home on the computer and what have you. Again, get this from your surgeon. Is the advice. Disclaimer, should have a disclaimer. Get this from your surgeon, but in general terms. After the second week, things like driving, you might be able to drive after the second week, short distances. You have to check with your insurance company, the car insurance, just if they haven't got a rule. But if they haven't got a rule, maybe after a couple of weeks you'll be able to get driving. And so then you might be able to start getting back into work. I don't know if you can do light duties and stuff. You usually give you a sick note, say like light duties. So after a couple of weeks, you'd be maybe getting back into light duties, but nothing too heavy. If you do anything like lifting or anything like that, it's like 4 to 6 weeks for that sort of thing. So yeah, after a couple of weeks, you'd be starting to get back into it. 4 to 6 weeks before doing anything too heavy. But yeah, check with your insurance guy, insurance company. Right, that was good. Listen, Love Angle and Hazza, you are brilliant. You've got loads in there. Fantastic. Follow up. We've had we had this a while ago, and we've had it again this week. Someone who's had surgery in Poland or somewhere. I don't know if it was Poland, but somewhere, and then they're contacting us for the follow up because they have to go. Don't want to go back to. I shouldn't besmirch Poland. I don't know where it was. Turkey was it? I can't remember where it was. Overseas. Just say surgery overseas, and then want to see us for the follow up. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work. We haven't really got a system, and that's not just us. It's, to be honest, the UK. We haven't really. You'll find that I don't think many surgeons will take you on for the follow-up only if you haven't had the surgery with the follow-up. We have with the surgeon, because most surgeons, certainly plastic surgeons for sure, we often give you free follow-up. When we do the surgery, we do free. We don't charge for the follow-up. We make the money on the surgery, and we don't really have money. We don't have a sort of package for follow-up where you can just pay a certain amount of money and be followed up by us. So you can pay for a consultation, but that's not really the same. You want someone to sort of look after you on an ongoing basis. So that doesn't really work, unfortunately. And so I guess this is one of the things you've got to think about when you go abroad for surgery. You've got to make sure they've got robust follow-up in place in terms of seeing someone in the UK. You don't have to go back to wherever you had the surgery every time. They often, well, I say they often, I think they should have places in the UK that you can see, well, ideally the surgeon, but I think a lot of times you don't see the surgeon. But yeah, this is one of the problems with going overseas for surgery, that you might have to, certainly if you need further surgery, you have to go back overseas, and we haven't really got a good robust system where you can get treated here. You obviously have emergency treatment, you go to the NHS, but for sort of, if you're worried about the scar, or you've got a bit of a lump or a bit of superficial infection or a bit of swelling or something, you can't really access a plastic surgeon privately if you haven't had the surgery with them, or at least not with us, put it like that. But so sorry about that. Love Angle's back in. No stopping you, Love Angle. You're straight in. Do you do 3 surgery all at once? I think, yes, you can do them all at once, Love Angle, but I would be a bit like, ooh, it's quite a lot, especially the buttock. Because, as I say, breast and tummy is quite common to have all at the same time, because you're lying on the operating table and they're both there. If you factor in the buttock, you might say, well, it's just a bit of liposuction in the buttock. It's not a big deal. Just get on with it. But it actually is quite a big deal, because you've got to turn. You're going to turn on your side, you're going to turn on the front, and turning people when they're under anaesthetic is a big deal. So you could, in principle, have them all done at once, but I would say the buttock would be a bit of a spanner in the works there, because it's quite a big deal to do the buttock at the time of the time of the breast and the tummy. Something to discuss. I guess we are discussing it. There we go. And I would say, look, it's easier if if you said, look, I hate the buttock's the main thing, and it's really hate it, and I want to have it done and all that. Well, it might be nice to do the buttock at a different time. Is the other thing, Mons. We got patients who are asking about the Mons. The Mons is the bit of the pubic hair, the top of your pubic hair. Again, tummy tuck related. This is. And people wanting their Mons to be addressed. It's quite good when people ask if the Mons is going to be addressed. This is more for people who've lost. Love Angle. See you soon. Love Angle. It won't be me. I'm not seeing new patients anymore. Yeah. So I'm just sort of running the clinic now. But I've got 2 surgeons at the clinic, and I work with them. So you probably Kuram Khan. This is my colleague who works at the clinic. But yeah, I know. The problem is, Love Angle, I was doing all the surgery. I set the clinic up 5 years ago. I was doing all the surgery, getting busier and busier, and it was going really well. And one of the big things I've been focusing on over the last 5 years since I had my own clinic is the service. So my family are over from hotels, and I'm really interested in service and giving good service to patients. But what I found is as I got busier, it was more difficult to give a good service to patients. If you're really busy, and you see this, people who are really, really busy, I see these people who do these clinics who are just absolutely jam-packed, they're not actually giving a very good service because they've only got like 2 minutes to talk to people, and that's fine, they'll move to the next one. And I didn't want to be like that. I thought, that's actually, the busier you are, you're giving a worse service. So that's something I thought, hold on a minute, I can't, I'm getting busier now, my clinic's getting rammed, I can't have a chat to people, I can't have a, conversation because my clinic's really busy, and that's not right. So I thought, what I've done is I've got other surgeons doing the surgery because I can't do all the surgery and to give a really good service to patients. So what I've done is I've said, look, we've got other surgeons doing the surgery, we've got systems, we've got processes, we are focused on giving a really good service to our patients, and that's what I'm doing. I'm putting in place all the systems, all the processes, engagement with patients, talking to patients. I think that's really important so they know what to expect before, during, after, like this person who's contacted me who says I want to have follow-up after having surgery abroad. I feel like saying, did the place abroad not tell you that you'd have to go back there for, follow-ups before they have the surgery? Because if you start telling people after they've had the surgery, that's not right, is it? You've got to tell people before. But you need to have systems in place to make sure people are looked after. And that's what I'm doing. I'm working with the 2 surgeons we've got at the clinic. We're getting busy again. So again, we need more surgeons because that's the only way I can make a scalable business which provides an excellent service. I can't do it and have me do the surgery, all of the surgery. I can't have a big business treating a lot of people if I'm doing all the surgery. I will end up not giving a very good service to people. I've seen it happen with other people. I don't want it to happen to me. I don't want to be running around and not giving good service to patients and being really busy in my clinics. I want to be having time to do this sort of stuff and talk to people, because otherwise Tuesday night I'd be in theatre. See, I'd be in theatre now. I wouldn't be able to do this. So I'm here. So that's where I am. What was your Mons? Yeah, Mons. Sorry, I love Angle. And I know a lot of people are like, I want you to do this. I'm like, yeah, well, I can't. Anyway, but it's about the looking after care. As long as there's lots of good surgeons out there. Someone earlier talked about Guy Stern, CC Cap, fantastic surgeons, both in Birmingham. I know them both. Great. There's lots of very good surgeons out there. That's the thing. There's lots of very good, fully trained plastic surgeons. There's lots of not so fully trained ones. Those are 2 very good fully trained plastic surgeons. There's lots of good surgeons out there, and as long as you have surgery with a fully trained plastic surgeon, this quality of the surgery, we're all got to a certain level of training. Once you've got your FRCS Plus, once you've got a consultant job, you're at a certain level of service of training. So there's a lot of people who can deliver the surgical result. What I'm trying to do is give more than the surgical result. I'm trying to give the service before, during and after your surgery. That's what I'm saying. Look, we need to have proper, fully trained plastic surgeons that can deliver the surgical result, of which there are, say, maybe not lots, but there are in the UK, and that's something I've got to be careful about. That's why it's difficult getting surgeons to work at the clinic, because there's a lot of surgeons who want to work at my clinic, but I'm saying, look, I only want fully trained UK plastic surgeons that I know, colleagues that I get on with, so all that sort of thing. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to deliver more. That's what I'm trying to do.